You are tuned into a special player spotlight interview on the CS Podcast.
Welcome back to another edition of the CS Podcast presented by the all-new NUC NFL Draft Bible, bringing you the names that you need to know first since 2002. Visit NFLDraftBible.com. As always, I'm your guys' host, Chris Shanafelt, and joining the show now is definitely a name that you need to, if you're not familiar with, you definitely need to know him, and I'm happy to introduce him here on the CS Podcast. I am now joined by Lamonte Thompson, running back of one of the top Division II teams in the country, the North Alabama Lions. Lamonte, you guys are coming off of your first loss of the season, 24-22 against Western Oregon. It was certainly a close one, and obviously just looking at the score itself, you can definitely see that. What was the feeling like in the locker room following the game, and how do you expect the guys to bounce back this Saturday against UNC Pembroke, which is also your guys' homecoming game?
Yeah, hey, Chris, thanks for having me, man. During the game at halftime, we was kind of off a little bit because, first of all, we had to fly to Oregon, and, most of us we've never, did all that traveling, We left on a Thursday about 4 in the morning, and when we got there, maybe 8 o'clock daytime, So it was a bit much, but we was kind of down a little bit because we usually on top at halftime, and our coaches gave us a pep talk. And I know after halftime we came out very hungry. Our tempo was very up on offense, but like I say, the playing conditions was very rough out there. It was rainy, and they had a grass field, and we play on turf every Saturday, so it was kind of different. But that's no excuse, man. But we, like I said, we took the L and we put it behind us, and we ready to move on to the next game. North Carolina Pembroke, we have them next Saturday for homecoming, and we probably ready to play them. We ready to get this sour taste out of our mouth and ready to get going, man. I think they're 4-1 just like us, and they have a decent defense. The D-line's pretty strong. The safeties, they play heavy in the run game, so I've evaluated everybody on film, but I'm very confident in this game here. So we're ready to roll, man.
Well, not only did you guys take your first loss this past weekend, but Western Oregon, now you can't shut down the beast, but they were certainly able to contain the beast, otherwise known as running back Lamonte Thompson, to 68 yards rushing. Now, you did add another 37 yards in the receiving game, but it was your first game of the season not hitting that 100-yard rushing mark and having at least one touchdown. Now you're obviously going to be on team scouting reports, week in and week out, as you are a pivotal piece to the UNA Lions offense. But what exactly was Western Oregon able to do to kind of slow you down? I mean, statistically, this probably wasn't your best game of the season. What do you think they saw kind of getting ready for the weekend, and what were they able to execute in order to kind of slow you down a little bit?
Well, I guess you could say they loaded the box up on me, and the safeties play heavy in the run game, but that's really not nothing that does a lot to me to stop me. But really, to me, man, the field, it really got me out of my game. It was so muddy. I really couldn't cut, be the player that I am. So they kind of took me out of my element a little bit. But really, man, they didn't really do anything special. Just load the box. And like I say, I remember on my first carry, I ran a stretch play, and I tried to cut upfield, and I slid by 5 yards. After that, I knew it was going to be a long game. But, there's just some things you have to adjust to in the game. But like I say, I give my hats off to them. They were 2-3, and I know they were excited to beat the number 6 team in the nation. They played hard, man. But like I say, their game's over. We ready to win the rest of them that's on our schedule, man.
Hey, that's definitely the right attitude to have. Now, on the season, Lamonte, you rushed for 666 yards and 7 touchdowns. You actually scored 2 rushing touchdowns in each of the first 3 games of the season. How do you feel about the start that you've gotten off to this senior season of yours?
It's been a great start, man. I definitely worked hard this offseason to become a better player. I've got faster, quicker, and a lot stronger, and just developing patience like I said, I'm a senior, so over time you just learn how to critique yourself and better yourself. So I've got off to a good start, man. Really, my offensive line has gotten a lot better since last season, and I got to take my hat off to those guys. And the receiver does a great job blocking on the perimeter. So, you know, and they know all I need is a lane. You don't have to hold the block long. It's just long enough for me to get through there, and I'm gone.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but it's been a great start, man. My plan to continue to keep it going, you know, most definitely, and keep getting better as the season goes on.
And I certainly expect you to keep it going. And if you do indeed keep it at this pace, I mean, you're looking to break all types of career numbers for yourself. And you mentioned it; it is your senior season. I know you want to go out with a bang. Now, entering this season, though, what were your expectations, both team-wise and individually? And being 5 games in, have those expectations changed at all?
Well, my expectations as a team was definitely win the national championship, but in order, I break that down, it's game by game. You have to give 100% effort every play. You don't take a play off, and you have to relay that to your other teammates and let them know how important that is. And personally, my goals was rush for at least 1,500 yards, 17 touchdowns at least. That was some of my personal goals. And like I say, I'm still on track for everything with that as far as personal and team goals. So I'm definitely I'm confident, man. That loss didn't shake my confidence because I know how good of a team we are and I know how good I am. So everything's going good right now, man. We're going to keep it going.
And you know what? Something that I try to tell myself and, of course, other people that kind of need a boost of confidence is that, if you're not confident in yourself, then why should anybody else be? And obviously, confidence could be a huge factor in whether or not you're having success or not. So obviously, you saying that and then kind of seeing what you've been able to do so far this season, it definitely sounds as if confidence has kind of played a big role in this season. And of course, being the talented running back that you are, once again, we are joined by University of North Alabama senior running back Lamonte Thompson, joining the CS podcast, presented by the all-new NUC NFL Draft Bible. Visit NFLDraftBible.com. And Lamonte, you kind of just touched on it. Again, you guys are coming off of your first loss of the season. The UNA Lions are 4-1 on the season, and the schedule isn't going to get any easier as you guys take on UNC Pembroke this weekend, homecoming game, and then you guys jump back into conference play with West Georgia and then Delta State on Halloween. Now, as a senior on the team, how important is it for you to tell some of your teammates to forget about last week's loss? You got to turn the page and stay focused on your upcoming opponent.
Most definitely, man. That's very important for me. Like I say, after that loss, a lot of people, they had their head down because, like I say, we was expected to go undefeated. That was definitely our goal. And, just came back in practice on practice Tuesday, man, and just let them know, hey, that's one loss. It's gone. It's not. They can't stop us from winning the national championship. So let's just get that loss out of our way and practice hard. And that attitude has definitely got a lot better. We've been a tempo in practice. We picked it up. I told them, man, hey, let's play every play like it's a game. Let's practice like it's a game. And they've done that, and I can tell their attitudes is way better. And man, they look like they're ready to go. Everybody's hip. They said, man, I can't wait for Saturday. So I think we're gonna be ready to go. I don't think we'll lose again this season. I know that's a bold statement, but I know the character of the players on our team, and I think they can hold up to that.
And you know what, Lamonte, we've seen it before where maybe sometimes it's best for a team to lose in the regular season. It'll kind of give them that taste of, okay, you know what, we certainly can be defeated if things don't go our way. Instead, like I said, it's best to taste that in the regular season than, the first, second, or third week of the playoffs. Do you think that this could possibly turn into a positive when you guys are, if you guys keep on playing the way you guys are, you certainly will be a Division II playoff team, and like you said, the obviously the expectations are to win the national championship. Do you think that maybe in the long run that loss last week to Western Oregon could kind of turn into I guess a blessing in disguise and turn into a positive again in the long run?
Oh, most definitely, Chris. I talked to the team. We had a team meeting. I talked to them about that. I said, this is going to be the breaking point of the season. It's either going to be negative or positive. I definitely think this is positive, man. It's a good thing that we took that loss because I know a lot of guys thought, we can't be beaten. We just kind of showed up. Was thinking we could just show up and beat anybody because, the record was 2-3. I know a lot of people probably took them lightly. They wouldn't admit to it, but I'm sure they took it lightly, and that's what happened. And we just didn't prepare ourselves like we would against a better opponent. And I definitely think that's going to better us for the future of the season. I know we got some tough opponents to play, and I think that's going to benefit us. We already took that loss, and we know how it feels to lose, so we know what we have to better ourselves on. And we definitely don't want that feeling again. So I think once we finish this regular season now, we get to the playoffs, I know that we'll be ready to go. And the guys know how to prepare themselves now, no matter who we're playing. So I definitely think that's going to help us out in the long run.
Hey, man, spoken like a true senior, like a true leader of the team. Now, as I mentioned, Lamonte, next week you guys go back to playing within the conference. North Alabama is a part of the Gulf South Conference, the GSC. Now, I've spoken to a couple of players that are also in that conference, whether they're over at West Georgia or Delta State. Both of those players, though, have said that the GSC is the SEC of Division II football. Would you attest to that? That the GSC is the toughest conference in Division II, and if so, why is that?
Oh, no doubt, man. This is definitely the SEC of D2 college football, man. Because I think at the top 25, I think it was like, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 4 of us ranked. Or maybe the top 15, I think. It was 4 of us ranked in the top 15, maybe. And, man, it's like it's a battle every time we play one another. It's really not a team that you can really count out of making it to the playoffs in the GSC. And, man, you got to bring it every time you play a conference game. And there's some talented players in this conference, man. It'll definitely be something to play at the next level, have an opportunity to play at the next level. And it's a tough region to play in, but I know my team, UNA, we ready to roll. I don't want to look too far ahead, but I know we have West Georgia next week. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're number 2 in the nation. So we know what type of team they are, and we're going to prepare to go 4 quarters and maybe even 5 quarters, So we're going to be ready.
And of course, they were, just a player or two away of course, representing the GSC in the national championship game last year. It sounds as if you almost now, like you said, you're not going to look, you're not going to look forward, you're not going to look ahead, and you're certainly not going to look past UNC Pembroke. But it almost sounds as if before the season, you might have had that West Georgia game marked on your calendar.
Oh, most definitely, man, because we beat them last year in the regular season, and to see them almost make it to the national championship, it was like, wow, man, we beat those guys. We supposed to be in that situation. And like I say, we definitely going to bring it again this year, and I know they still have a sour taste in their mouth from last year from us beating them in the regular season. So it's going to be a great one to come watch, man, most definitely.
Lamonte Thompson, North Alabama Lions running back, is on the phone lines here on the CS Podcast, presented by the NUC NFL Draft Bible, bringing you the names that you need to know first since 2002. Visit NFLDraftBible.com. And Lamonte, just a couple more questions, and then I'll let you go. Your time is greatly appreciated. Now, a lot of people would look back and see that you're listed at 5'8", 171 pounds, and use that against you. How do you try and make sure people can't knock you on your height and weight? How do you make sure that it isn't a weakness of yours?
Well, I'm actually 180, Chris. I don't know how they got that messed up in on the roster book, but like I said, they have it listed as 170, but I'm 180. But yeah, I'm a 5'8", man. I'm a short guy, but I definitely use that to my advantage of kind of hiding behind the offensive line. And I'm great when I cut because I'm so low to the ground, so that helps me out. And it kind of helps me out on the quickness too. I'm so low to the ground, I can make moves and make people miss so easy. And I make it look easy, but it's to other people, I'm sure it's hard. But yeah, man, I definitely use that as my advantage. I've always played with a chip on my shoulder because everybody has always counted me out because I'm a smaller guy. But I feel like I can do it all, man. I can catch, run, return kicks. Block field goals. I even run down in a couple of kicks if you need me to. That's just the type of player I am, man. I always have played with a lot of heart, So that's me, man. I'm a smaller guy, but I'm telling you, I give you everything I have.
Hey, man, and you know what? I'm sure, Darren Sproles, Jacquizz Rodgers. I mean, Jacquizz Rodgers is 5'5", 5'6", for God's sake. I'm sure they would say the exact same thing. And something that I took away from that answer of yours is, yeah, you are a star running back in Division II football, but you're absolutely willing to do whatever your team needs, whatever your coaches ask, whether that's playing special teams. And I seen you, I believe it was a kick return last week, I believe I seen you play. So, I mean, it's definitely great to see that you're willing to do whatever it is for to help your team get the win in any way possible. Now, you don't really want to have people say that your height and weight is a weakness of yours. What exactly would you say is your biggest strength as a running back?
My biggest strength, man, is definitely vision. I can cut very well. I can use my speed to kind of speed up to the outside and see and look back inside and look for the cut. And I see that in my burst, my acceleration. That's probably my biggest asset right there, my acceleration. I'm quick. I can make people miss, man. And I have great hands coming out the backfield, but definitely acceleration. I can excel through some holes real quick.
And I'll leave you out on this question, Lamonte. Being from a Division II school, we do see guys make it to the next level, whether it be the NFL, CFL, AFL, etc. Now, I got to think that anybody who plays football at the college level, no matter if it's D1, D2, D3, NAIA, whatever it may be, I got to think that the ultimate goal is to play professionally. Would you say that is a goal of yours? And what do you think you're going to have to do? What do you think you're going to have to show in the remaining games of the season to help prove that case?
Definitely, man. That's been my goal since I was a kid, man. Little kid growing up playing that professional football. Definitely the NFL, man. But the things I have to do I believe, to catch people's eyes, NFL scouts' eyes, is we continue what I'm doing, man. Continue to catch out the backfield, show them I can catch out the backfield, and show them I can do the things, the dance pros do, stuff like that. Like I said, I can return kicks, man. I can play running back, see where I can line up a slot. I'm good in the screen game. There's a lot of that, man. And I'm gonna continue to play as hard as I can every game, and just pray about it. That somebody gives me an opportunity to play in the NFL, because I know I'm confident that I definitely play at the next level. It's just all about me getting an opportunity to play, and that's what it's about.
Hey, as I say, my man, film don't lie, man. Film does not lie.
Yeah, you're right about that. My film definitely doesn't lie. It's definitely surprising to see what I can do at just 180 pounds.
Yeah.
Being a 5'8" guy, I just need an opportunity, man.
Absolutely. Well, as I said, that was my final question for you, Lamonte. I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule this evening to join the show, and definitely wishing you all the best, not only this weekend, but the rest of the season, my man.
I appreciate you for having me, Chris.